Oh my flippin' A. Shut up. All right, y'all. My name's Amanda. I'm a small seller. I currently sell on eBay as well as on Niknax. We are walking into the Overland Park Goodwill. I normally give you a shot from the parking lot walking in, but I had a buyer today, that I met in the parking lot. So we sat and chit-chatted for a minute, and then I came on in to see what we could find. It is Saturday, so 25% off blue tags this week. And they just opened, so it's eerily quiet in here. Morning, how y'all doing? Good. Weirdly quiet. It'll pick up. I know. It'll pick up soon enough. Look at this. Doing pretty good. How y'all been doing? Good. I don't know if it's supposed to rain or not today. It kind of looks like it and then disappears and looks like it and disappears. So we'll see. Huh? Never do. Oh, I know that's right. What do those say on the bottom? Made in Japan. Whole little cup set here for $10. Pink tag. That's cute. I think we might have actually seen that last time. What are these ones? Oh, tabletops, unlimited. $3.25 for the set of 3. Those are kind of cute little pizza plates. What is this thing? Oh, I think that's like a press, isn't it? Like a cookie press as you roll it. Although it is painted, so I don't know if you'd want to use it for that, but kind of neat. $5.25 on that chair there. It's actually a pretty nice chair. I'm one of them.
I think I watch you.
Do you?
Yes, I'm from Wichita.
You're from Wichita?
And I watch you, and I said, when we come up for a basketball tournament for my granddaughter, I got to go.
Oh, how fun. How fun. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you find good stuff.
Oh, and nothing else, just being in your presence.
Oh, well, thank you. Good luck. So, and then look at this one, guys. Look at that detail on there, that flower. $4.25. And now this needs to be reupholstered, but neat chair. I do like that. That's an easy fix there. And we just ran into another gal who says she drove up from Wichita, I think to visit some grandkids, and she recognized me from my channel. All right, let's see, what's on our first end cap here? What's in this box? Oh, hey, I actually have this creamer and sugar set for sale right now. They got it $6.25 here. That's actually not a bad price on it. That's Johann Bavaria. That's a cool looking piece. What's underneath there? What's on sale? Blue tags? Huh, this looks like a little more modern piece, but I kind of like the glaze on it. I think we'll leave it sitting there for a minute. Those are cool coasters. I think that's what they are. Yeah, coasters. Those are pretty cool. All right, let's see what's going on in our first aisle here. Got a little egg, a little ceramic egg, a little dish. That probably had something that sat on top of it, I'm guessing. I don't know, when we went to the Olathe Goodwill the other day, that was a little sad, I thought. Okay, so this is a deviled egg thing. They got $6.25. I'm guessing a deviled egg thing. That's very different. I wonder if that's lucite that's on there. I don't know if it's $6.25 worth, but that is kind of neat. Maybe we'll think about it. That's just very different than one I've seen before. and it has piqued my interest. Ooh, look at that plate. Now that's a transfer print, not hand painted, but I would venture to say that's likely Germany. $4.25, it would be 25% off. Very pretty. Very, very pretty piece. I prefer them hand painted though. Ooh, look at that copper lusterware. What's it saying there? Somebody already tried to find out. Something hand painted, $5.25. Dang. Pink tag. Not discounted, but it is. Well, let's put it in the cart. What if we happen to come across the sugar? Wouldn't that be something? I don't have a strong feeling that that's gonna happen, but crazier things have happened, so you never know. Oh, look at those parakeet mugs. And they got them, is it a set? I think it's just as a set. Oh my gosh, and some other kind of bird. Parrots and something. Royal Crown. They got $2.25 for the both of them. They'd probably be fairly long tail items though. I think I'll leave them. I do like them though. Made in Japan. What was made in Japan? Oh my gosh. Little shot glasses, little sumo wrestler shot glasses. That's adorable. Uh-oh, that's dangerous. Let me see. We'll find someone to give this to. Okay, so we gave that to the lady up front so nobody accidentally cuts themselves on that. 'Cause wouldn't that just be fun? That's kind of a cute figurine. What is he, carving him? A little horse thing? Oh, he's missing his thumb, but that's still cute. Who does that? Flambro, Japan, nope, Taiwan. Yeah, I don't see too much going on in my favorite aisle, but that's okay. I mean, here's some cool salt and pepper shakers, but y'all, I literally, it's disgusting how many salt and pepper shakers that I do have. So I'm not gonna pick up any more. These are broken, that's why I'm not looking at these, if you saw them. Utility design, they would be 25% off though. But I noticed they were broken, but I didn't point it out to y'all, so I thought I better. Oh, here's a set of little, like, Whitehall Colony juice glasses for $2.25. We might grab those. Oh my flippin' A. Shut up. It's another flippin' caboodle. Okay. Alright, now let's see here. It opens up. It still has the mirror. It looks like the pieces for the mirror. Well, if I was in any way coordinated. Oh. Maybe they go right there. Oh, that's how it does it. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do here. Hot dog. Now it needs to be cleaned up, but otherwise, I think we do it. $5.25. What's this little set? Those are beautiful. Obviously, they don't still have their box. They got $6.25 on it. Japan. Fine porcelain style Japan. They look like they've never come out of here, but at the same time, that one right there, if you can see, is cracked. This one back here is cracked. So I think we'll leave it. Okay, so here's a bunch of these dishes, and now they're blue tags, so they're 25% off. These are the ones that when we looked up, I couldn't even find the pattern on replacements for it. but okay, so $4.25 per set of 4. Those are saucers. These are small plates. These are bowls. 2 sets of 4. Here's some more small plates. I don't know if that would probably wipe off. They got a gravy boat. $3.25 on it. Okay. I'm gonna look them over closer. But I feel like that might be something we do. I don't know why. I just like the pattern. Now, the bowl looked okay. The creamer looked okay. This little piece looked okay. Let me set those in there. Hey, here's a saucer by itself. There's another set of the bowls. Okay, now I'm not really interested in saucers, and even these teeny tiny plates I'm not real sure about. There's 3 sets of saucers here. If we happen to find cups, let's see how these ones are a little bit bigger. $5.25, and there's 2, 4, 5 of them there. There's 4 in each one of these. I think, if anything, I would probably do those ones. Okay. And I'm gonna stick them in the cart, but I may not get these ones. We'll see. Because remember, they're only 25% off. Let's see if there's any cups that would match it in here. I'm not seeing any, however. And here's more of these cups. They're pink tags. I'm not seeing any other cups that really have me terribly excited anyway. Now, what have I been saying? I don't need any more flippin' dinnerware. And here we are. No idea what the price was on this. It's not signed or anything either, right? No? Okay. It's probably a mass production piece. Cool looking though. Hey, is this one of them Zach design pieces? Nope, ceramic. It looks like it though, huh? What's going on below there? What is that about? It's a huge bowl. Studio Nova, $10. Good night. It is a large bowl. It is cool though. I do like that. Oh my golly. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see kitty cat ones very often. They got $8.25 on it. Made in, I'm gonna go with Republic China. It says R China. So that would mean it's got a little age to it. $8.25 though. I mean, good golly. I just don't know if I don't know. Maybe. We'll look into him. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. There we go. Do his ears have bites? No? I mean, he's from the exterior, he seems like he's in pretty good shape. What is that rooster plate thing? What is that? cool. Hand painted Italy, $8.25 on it. It was $22 originally. That's cool looking. And then we had this bird plate here. False-graph, you doing too much. I never would have thought false-graph on that one. Okay, you guys. I just found this art pottery piece. I'm trying to decide, is that repaired?
No, this way.
I think it's actually maybe just dirt. They got $6.25 on it, but it's signed on the bottom there, if you can see. But it's some kind of like a flower frog thing. You can see it's got like little outlets at the base of it. I'm just nervous. I think this is more like water stain, because see, then it's around the rim over here too. I think I'm gonna put that in the cart. I don't know what the heck to think about it. Oh, what's that? It's a modern piece, but I like the design. $2.25. I think for $2.25 we put it in there and we see what shakes out here. Oh, look, they already rolled out a cart. Anything fun and crazy going on? Holy crud. And these ones appear to be in good condition. We'll have to double check them over, but I wonder if that means there's going to be more. These cups, I think they might clean up. I think those ones might clean up. I think what I'm seeing on these is actually more dirt than it is deterioration of the glass. Oh, good golly almighty. Okay. $4.25. Okay, so $8.50. We're close to $20 on those. I see some more black stuff down here, but it's not the same. This is ceramic and it's false-graph. I feel like we've seen this pattern, and this one I looked at before, and this is not a bad pattern, and at 25% off. It is only the bowls though. And then who does these? Made in Italy, $6.25. Those are enormous though. And they got chips on them too here. I'm gonna leave that. But it looks like somebody scooped up most of the rest of this. I might leave it sitting here for the time being and see what else we come across. What is this giant vase up here? It's heavy. $10. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't look signed or anything. That is really pretty though. Okay, so here's some more of these pieces, and I saw cups a second ago. Gosh darn it, you guys. Okay. Well. Let's set this guy up here. I'm trying to make it where we won't break things. I have a feeling this is probably going to go back, because out of everything else we're about to be doing, and I have a feeling this is probably going to go back. So let's set him up here. And this one's really cool. Let's see if it'll stay there. Oh, let's see. Total of 4 plates, $4.25. They are heavy as the dickens. Okay, let's grab the dinner plates. Hey, what's that? That's a cool looking bowl. Not signed, but that's cool looking. Alright, do we see any more of them? It looks like maybe they just got kind of scattered. Oh my golly. If for no other reason, these stinking plates are still here. And I think the edges of them all look good. Hot dog. Literally, hot dog. Oh, please don't come apart. Oh, please don't come apart. Okay, so here's 4 of these cups that match. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have decisions to make, y'all. This is not gonna be an easy one. I think these Whitehall glasses, well, they're $2.25. I might still get those. I don't know. Dang, 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 dang. You know, you shouldn't complain when you have a problem finding stuff. See? But at the same time, okay, so at least all the dishware is 25% off, which 25 isn't anything to get too terribly excited about. I think this would have been like an oil lamp base. You know, it's better than no % off. Okay, well, so since we found plates and cups, and it only makes sense that we get the gosh darn bowls to go with it. So here very soon, I will be, probably sometime next week, I think, probably be bringing my brother with me. He recently bought himself a new place, and he has some stuff, but he, you know, he's gonna need more. So he's kind of sorting through what all he has and what all he's gonna need. And then I said, well, I happen to go to the thrift stores quite a bit, and I think that they're an excellent place to find to decorate your home with. And I think we looked at that mug last time. It's a cool looking mug, but not just to decorate with, but you know, your cookware, your dining ware, your whatever. I would definitely always check your thrift stores first. You know, if there's something specific you're looking for, it might take you a minute, or you could just go buy it elsewhere. But personally for me, I have always, my whole life, purchased through the thrift store. Look at this fella. $3.25. He's very thin, very lightweight. This is actually what kind of drew my attention. Somebody had $1 on it. Pottery Barn, $3.25. It would be 25% off though, but I think we're doing enough already. Right now, I'm kind of just scouring to see if we can find any more of those pieces that match the Chris Madden pieces, but I don't know. Oh dear me. Sorry, excuse me. I think we already looked through clear glass. I know, let's go check the furniture. Oh. Okay. Oh, I want to set this piece here back because he was $8.25. You know, he goes in the other aisle. We'll set him in the other aisle. Because he was $8.25, and I'm debating on these ones here. We'll see. Oh, this one went in this aisle. Ooh, look at that desk. That's a nice looking desk. I mean, it's got some scratches on it, but they got $13 on it. That's pretty darn nice. Look at this table. That's cool. It's a little wobbly, needs some stabilization, but it's $5.25, guys. That is cool. That's cool looking. Oh, that's a nice patio table for $15.34. But yeah, I always like looking through their furniture and stuff because generally, not always, but generally, Goodwill does a pretty darn good job. Woo, buddy boy. This cart got heavy real quick. Now look at this dresser. My favorite detail about it is this part. Now this isn't actually etched. It looks like it would be. Huh. It's $15.34 though. Maybe it is older. I don't know. I guess I'm just not seeing, like the handles look a little older. It is just nailed here though. Huh. Oh, I get it. Like a whole little organizer. Yeah. What's the back of it look like? Huh. It's still, that's a really pretty piece. Like a really pretty piece. It's missing a drawer, but okay. So, looking over everything in the cart. Dang it. The struggle is real. I think I might still put back those green Cubist Whitehall Colony juice glasses just because there's only 2 of them that I found. And for 2 of them, you probably at best around $12 retail. And so I think I will just leave them. If we had at least 4 or more, we could maybe be talking a different story, but about 4 of them sell for $20 to $30. So, but then on my kitty friend here, I cannot find his exact one. Therefore, I will probably put him back to made in China. You know, when you go on eBay and you search, you know, cookie cat jar, you're gonna come up with all kinds of stuff, and they're gonna say all kinds of high prices. The Uptown Company? I don't know. I just saw cats and dogs, or I think cats and dogs. It's a very worn little bowl though. But nonetheless, I have been unable to find that specific cat. And there's other ones that sell for, you know, $12 to $20. So, I think given everything else that we're getting, like, you know, even these are only $2.25, but because there's only 2 of them, there's just, I hate to say it, but there's just not a lot of room left. There's a little bit, but ideally I would like a set of 4, at least, minimum. And the cookie jar, if we weren't getting so much other shenanigans here, I would probably consider it. Well, obviously, but threshold. But because of everything we're getting, those are adorable. $2.25, little raccoon. I call them trash pandas. Raccoon tea lights. They come and they try to rob my trash cans constantly, and they know how to get the lids off. They're quite crafty creatures. Well, I'll take a spin around and then go empty my bank account at the front desk. How's that? All right. And I will be back with y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. Today's haul looks a little bit different than the last one, a little fuller to say the least. I was quite surprised some pieces were still there, including these pieces and the Chris Madden pieces, or at least a good portion of them were. And I was even more surprised for some reason that these 3 plates here were still there. I don't know. I love them. I think they're adorable. Let's start with these, by the way. So it was $6.25 for the set of 3 of them. These are decorative plates, guys. They got a string on the back, and there's the info on them. Naylor Designs, hand painted. It does say they're dishwasher and microwave safe, so in theory you could eat off of them, I suppose. But to me, they're more decorative plates. I just think they're stinking cool. I was able to find a comp for this specific one, and I don't think I found one for this guy yet, but he's adorable nonetheless. But I did find one for this guy, and they of course all say the same thing on the back. Roughly, if I remember correctly, I think they sold for between 18 and 20 or so a piece. So for $6.25 for the 3 of them, and I'll probably sell them as a set, to be honest with you. I would probably list them give or take around $60 for the set and then see where they land, considering that they sell for roughly $20 a piece. You know, they may go for a little bit less, but they are so cool. I just love their whimsical sort of style and everything, and they're hand painted, and I just loved them. I was shocked that they were still there, and so I had to get them, despite the fact that they weren't a blue tag. Then moving on to these pieces here. Now, it doesn't say Highline on the back, but when you go looking for info, Highline is what I'm finding, and I'll start putting some comps on the screen here. Most of which are listed comps. I think I found a couple like on Etsy just to show you an example. There's one, I think, on eBay that was for like international eBay. I'm not sure where it was based out of. It's definitely not a super common pattern, but it does seem to carry some value and have some collectability to it. Everything looks like it needs to be washed and cleaned up, but otherwise it looked to be in pretty good condition. There were some extra plates that were a little bit smaller than this size here. These are like what I would call dessert plates, not even quite salad plates. I would say these are more dessert plates. And the other plates, they weren't saucers, but they were slightly smaller than this. I don't know. And then you had the serving bowl, and then there were 2 sets of 4 each of like soup or cereal bowls here. And these were all blue tags. You had $3.25 on this one, $3.25, $4.25 on each set of the bowls, $5.25 on the small plates, $3.25 on the small serving platter here. All blue tags, all on sale. I felt pretty good about that. I like the design. I think you could kind of incorporate it into various different designs, especially vintage style. I think they're kind of not bland. I just think the colorway of them would go with various different styles and stuff. You could intermingle them quite easily. Other pieces I was surprised were still there, or at least the amount that we did find. There was still a set of 4 cups I came across, and I obviously haven't untaped them, but as far as I could tell looking at them, they appeared to be damage free. Again, $4.25 for the set of 4, $4.25 for the set of bowls, and there were 2 of those, 2 sets of 4 each, all blue tags, and clear on the other side of the counter here. We had kind of smaller plates, probably more like salad size plates, and then dinner size plates, and they were $4.25 each. And I think they had 4 in each. So I think that works out pretty well. And, you know, again, blue tags, so they were on sale. I couldn't say no to them. Of course, then we came across some more of my France Arcroc black glass. Octime, I believe, is the pattern. And these appeared to be in good condition. Now, the bottoms of them look dusty and stuff, but I didn't see that same type of, like, I'm just going to go with dishwasher wear. I've shown you guys before where the exterior of them kind of starts to look like an oil slick rather than this, you know, just plain black. There were 4 bowls, $4.25 on each set of those, $4.25 on each set of the cups, and I think that worked out pretty good. I honestly was trying to think on the way home what all I've picked. I know I have that serving bowl, and I know I have some other pieces, so which I think I may actually already have listed. I'll have to check. So I may pull down that listing and combine some stuff. I don't know. I may list them all separately. I'm not sure yet how all that will work out, but we'll see. And then we lastly had this piece. I almost put this piece back, and it's because it was $6.25, but it is signed art pottery, and I just thought this was so cool. I'm going to go with Flower Frog, but tell me if there's a better name for this contraption. It reminds me something maybe for bamboo. Would maybe be something where you could put pebbles or something down here with water. And it was like I showed you guys, let me zoom in on that. Showed you guys before, there's kind of these little outlets. You can see all this dirt and stuff here. That should all come off. That's like kind of like a water scaling, in my opinion, which I really checked over, or definitely tried to while I was in the store, to make sure that's in fact what it was, because that I should be able to remove quite easily. I have no idea who that signature is. Oh, we're still zoomed in. But if anybody does know, certainly let me know. I'm not sure even which side is right. We're going to go with this. I'm not sure which side is right side up on it. But really cool and kind of unique. I hadn't really seen one of these, and it's art pottery, and I loved it. And, you know, I thought it was black, but then in certain, oh gosh, let me zoom back out. There we go. In certain lights, it almost looks like a really dark blue. So I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful. And then last but not least, oh, I know some of y'all were fit to be tied when I gave away that other caboodle, because that day that I found that other one, I had just found so much other stuff. And so today I decided, despite finding so much other stuff, I was just going to get it. What they have, $5.25 on this one. It looks to be overall in good condition. It needs a good cleaning, you know, like wiping down. And of course, when I first opened it in the store, there we go. The mirror piece had come undone, but that snapped right back in with no problem. Still has a little tray that sits in there. I mean, it looks to be in good working order. I don't see any damage to any of the hinges or anything on it here. Just a really cool kind of, you know, slightly vintage piece. I'm liking it. Looks like the mirror I may need to add possibly a little bit of glue behind there to just make sure it stays in. But if that's the worst of it, I can handle it. So yeah, I went ahead and picked that up, and I actually kind of like the colorway of it too. So yeah, that was it, guys. Very different than my last video's haul, but I'm glad some of these pieces were still here. These pieces here were the Chris Madden. Oh, golly gee, I won't be able to think of the pattern name off the top of my head now. I know the color they called it was gold, And it sells really well in a lot of colors. I think ivory is the most common that I've seen in sold listings on eBay, but the red, if in fact that's what they call it, but the red colored ones, they do incredibly well as well. The gold ones, I don't see as many even listed, much less sold. So I don't know if that means that they're a little harder to come by, or if they're just less desirable than like the ivory or the red. I'm not sure. I haven't investigated that hard, but I do think they look really cool. They look really elegant. They appear to be in good condition, and I'm happy with it. So I think that will conclude it all. Today is Saturday. Before I went into the Goodwill, I met a buyer at the Goodwill who had purchased a couple things from my eBay, and they selected local pickup. And so I met them there at the Goodwill, and super, super sweet lady. I really greatly enjoyed meeting you, and that was a lot of fun. I always enjoy that kind of thing. And I think I mentioned this in the video too. When I walked in, there was another gal in there that turned and looked at me, and she says, "Are you on YouTube?" And I couldn't hear her at first. And I said, "What?" And she said, "Are you the one on YouTube?" And I said, "Well, I'm one of the ones on YouTube." And she says, "Oh, I see your videos. I love your videos and everything." And that is just so cool, guys. I always enjoy meeting people when I'm out and about. And, you know, I never in my wildest dreams imagined starting a YouTube channel and then being recognized when I'm out and about, you know, thrifting or shopping. I have been recognized in stores that are not thrift stores. So it's just really cool. I'm glad that y'all enjoy the videos that I put out and everything. And I try to do to the best of my ability to bring you something worthwhile to entertain you for a little bit at least. So I think that's it for this one though, guys. I'm going to take Theodore out to go swimming for a little bit. He's anxious to do that. He's been waiting for me to get home. The stuff that I did last Saturday, I have not had a chance to even touch it to begin listing it. And sad to say, oh Lordy, my husband's car is having some issues, so we're down to one car. And then I wasn't feeling well earlier this week. There's been a whole lot of stuff going on, and that's how it goes in life. You plan something and everything possible to derail it will happen, by golly. And so I will be doing double time work. Other than that, y'all, I think that's it, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.